Hello guys, and welcome once again to my YouTube channel where I share with you quality content concerning the financial markets, how to trade the financial markets, and the best way you can actually become consistently profitable in the shortest of time ever. So in this particular video, I wanted to share with you how to retire at 30 whilst trading Forex. How to retire at 30, either trading Forex, trading stocks, trading crypto, whatever instrument that you might be trading, stocks, stock indices, Forex, synthetic indices, whatever commodities, whatever asset that you might be trading. So it's basically the formula of how to retire at 30, the formula that you need to retire at 30, the formula that you need to retire at a very young age through the financial markets, basically. So this formula, it's a formula that personally I've been using and I'm still using, and it's working for me. I have so many people whom I have actually shared with the formula, and they've used it and it's actually working for them as well. So this formula is a very interesting formula because once you manage to follow this formula, you realize that most of the challenges that people face financially, you're never going to face them, even in the industry. So I'm just going to share my screen very quick. I'm just going to share my screen very quick. So the formula, it's like this. It's like this. I hope you are paying attention, and I hope you're also taking notes, because this is serious information that took some of us years and years to master and to know and understand. So this is the formula. I hope you're paying as much attention as possible. Right. So in this segment, I'm going to write E, very big E, then here S, then here B, then here I. This is the formula, guys. So these letters, what do they stand for? The E, let's start with the E. The E stands for employee. Employee, right? That E stands for employee. Why am I talking about such things in the Forex industry? Because if you're not aware, you can actually be someone, you might not realize financial freedom trading the financial markets just because you don't know the principles that govern financial freedom. Financial freedom, it follows laws and it follows certain principles that you must follow in order to attain it. So that E stands for employee. So in the industry, you can actually be in the Forex industry, but still being an employee in the industry. How can one become an employee in the Forex trading industry? How can one become an employee whilst they are in the Forex trading industry, right? Right, how can one become an employee? In so many ways, one can actually become an employee. An employee is simply someone who is looking forward to a boss, someone who is a boss, someone who gets paid by a boss. So how can one become an employee? You can become an employee either by working for a hedge fund, or working for someone who has invested money, right? That is the employee side of trading, whereby you're working for that person and they're paying you based on what they want to pay you. At that level, you are never going to realize financial freedom. You're only going to be stable to afford a rent house, to afford bills, to afford food, to afford all those small things. You don't afford luxury there on that level. On that level, we are not talking about any luxury. Then we have the second level, which is the S. The S level, this is now a better level. This is level 2 now, where you are now self-employed. Self-employed, this is now when you now have your own trading account. You now have your own trading account. You are the one managing it. You are the one doing your withdrawals and deposits. You are the one paying yourself. You're no longer getting paid now, but you're now paying yourself. Now you're self-employed. When you're not self-employed, you are still limited because you still don't have that financial freedom. You haven't reached financial freedom as yet, but you now have a certain freedom that you might not be having as an employee. For example, as a self-employee or a self-employed person, a self-employed trader, you now have freedom to time freedom, because you now work as much hours as you want to work. You now pay yourself whatever you want to pay yourself. You decide to work, you might decide not to work. That's self-employment. So that self-employment level is still a level where you can actually even start to afford to buy a car. You can afford to buy yourself those simple luxury stuff. Your car, your house, all those basic luxury stuff you can actually start to afford as a self-employed trader. Moving on to the B stage, where you're now a businessman. A businessman, this is now when you have now graduated now. You're now a businessman in trading. A businessman in trading now is someone who thinks bigger now. They now see themselves having 6, 7, 8-figure accounts. When you're self-employed, when you're still a self-employed trader, rarely do you find self-employed traders targeting 6, 7, or 8-figure trading accounts, because all they want is simply to afford. They are living in the now. They're living life in the now. They want to spend and eat the money now. So $1,000, $10,000 to them, it's something that is big. But when you have now graduated to become a businessman in trading, you now think bigger now. You now see yourself having 7 figures, 8 figures, 9-figure trading account, which comes also through a principle or through a pattern of systems that you need to follow. So how does a businessman in trading operate? Number one, they operate with strict trading rules. Number two, they operate with strict trading hours. It's now different now from a self-employed trader. A self-employed trader can decide to work, can decide not to work. But a businessman in trading, they take trading so seriously. They take trading so seriously to an extent that their work ethic is so serious. Their trading rules, their trading discipline is so serious. And they are not trading to eat. They are not trading to eat. They are not trading for, they have now graduated. They're no longer trading to buy clothes, trading to afford food. Those are small level. That's a self-employed employed trader level. But now they are now looking at a bigger picture. They're now seeing trading with a bigger perspective. They are trading for the longer run than the shorter term, which employees and which employees and self-employed traders do. So a businessman in trading is looking forward to bigger things. So those are people who, even if they start with a $10,000 account, they know that they are going to grow that $10,000 to 6, 7, 8 figures, 9 figures, and they've given themselves a long-term picture in the game. They give themselves a long-term picture in the game. Others who can afford to start big, they can also start big, but also having that same long-term perspective in the trading industry. So that is still a businessman in trading. Then we have the last group of people. The last group of people is the investor trader. Investor trader, that is the highest level now, whereby, so the investor trader, these two levels at the bottom here, that is where we now talk of financial freedom. You can realize financial freedom in either one of those two, either as a businessman in trading or as an investor in trading. As an investor in trading, you're looking also at the longer term picture. That is where people, they start to own hedge funds. That is where people, they start to have brokers. That is where people, they start to have all those bigger things, because they now have a mentality of investing in the industry. That is where people, they actually can also go as far as starting their own prop firms. So you've graduated from being an employee, you've graduated from being a self-employed trader, you've also graduated from being a businessman in trading, and you are now outside of the industry as an investor in trading. And remember, even if you are still an investor in trading, You can still also be trading your own account. You can still also be trading your 6-7 figure, 8-9 figure account. You can still be doing all those things. That is where you realize financial freedom. So financial freedom as an investor in trading, it comes also through you diversifying your portfolio. So the businessman in trading and the investor in trading, they look beyond, their eyes are beyond the industry, their eyes are beyond trading. They are gathering as much money as they can, the millions or the billions that they make from trading. Then they use those millions and billions to make more millions and billions outside of trading. That is now the businessman in trading and the investor in trading mentality. When you now use the money that you are gathering from trading to make more money outside of trading, that is where you see yourself starting to invest in things like real estate, starting to invest in crypto, starting to invest in mining, starting to invest in so many other industries that are outside of forex trading. So that is a mentality that is whole different. That is too different. Most of the traders right now that I've seen, that I've come in contact with, they're still in level 1 and level 2, which is the employee side of trading and the self-employed side of trading. They can afford, yes, the simple bills, simple cars, simple houses. That is okay. But you need to graduate, because at the end of the day, remember, it will come a time whereby you are getting older and older, and you now need to responsibilities, you now have family responsibilities, you now need to spend more time with family, more time with a lot of other things that are besides trading. Remember, trading is only a minor part of our life. We have a huge things to achieve outside of trading. We have huge purposes to achieve outside of trading. Trading, we are just here for the money. So if ever you're focused on level 1 and level 2, you're going to spend the rest of your life still actively trading, because your money you are putting from hand to mouth, you're trading from hand to mouth. So you need to graduate to level 3 and level 4. Once you're in level 3 and level 4, you can actually reach a level of financial freedom to an extent that you no longer need to trade every day, you no longer need to trade every month. You now have excess money every time. You can even stop working and retire as early as 30, at the age of 30, and still continue to enjoy and spend as much money as you can. That is level 3 and level 4. So this is the formula that I'm using and that I advise my students to always use when it comes to achieving financial freedom and also retiring early from this industry. If your goal is to achieve and retire early in this trading industry, this is the formula that you need to be using. I hope you understood my point. I'm going to expand more in the next upcoming episodes. Make sure you like the video, make sure you share the video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, because the information that we are sharing with you is information that you'll never find on any YouTube trading YouTube channel here. You'll never find such information. But it's actually information that we have been reserving for quite a long time, and we now feel that it's now time to distribute this information. So you liking the video, sharing the video, and subscribing to the channel, it gives us the ability to share the truth to as many lives as possible. So make sure you don't miss any single video on this channel.